got our driver's side header out. It's kind of a bitch, wasn't it, Nick?
It was a pain in the ass.
I mean, when you're working with this kind of situation that we're in on jack stands, I mean, you really got no choice. We're not in some big fancy.
That's right.
We're on jack stands, garage built racing bullshit with a $70,000 car here. As you can see, we got her cleared out of there. We got some redneck engineering going on with some boards underneath the.
You like it right there?
Yeah, I'll stand up.
Let's set the depth on this bad boy real quick. Go all the way on. That's right, brothers.
But look at this. That's a nice. That is a really nice stock manifold right there. I think we're going to use this for the future, maybe future mod box if we ever go turbo with any of this stuff. That'd be a great turbo header right there. So we got the stock versus new Cook's long tube header. Quite a bit of a difference. So we're going to get the other side off and get this thing on the road here pretty soon. Alright, we got to cut the pipe there for deleting the cats, and then it's got like a little sleeve clamp to mate the off-road pipes onto the factory H-pipe, it looks like. So Nick's under there cutting it right now with the saws on it.
Right on schedule.
Oh
hey,
yeah.
Chuck told me not to be a bitch my whole life, so we're gonna send it.
Woo! Woo,
getting ready.
baby.
Hold on.
Like butter.
That's right, bitch.
Like butter. Look at there.
He told me, you gonna be a bitch your whole life, or you gonna be a man?
There's the driver's side header in. We did have to disconnect the steering shaft. Right down there you can see where it's disconnected. Just a little. Alright, we got the driver's side header up in the car. Really wasn't too bad. We just had to jack the car up really high. Just kind of slid right in place. Next we got the passenger side to do. A little bit tighter over there, but I heard the header actually goes in a little easier over there. So we got the passenger side header out of the ZL1, well, the stock manifold I should say, and it was a B. We got out, man, this stuff, we had to take the coolant reservoir tank out that was right here. You know, there's a bracket that was right here on the end of the cylinder head holding these harnesses. That was a bitch. But we got it, should have it back together here in just a little bit. Alright, we got the ZL1 all done, got the headers on. Seems to be running pretty good. Oh, look at there, there's a spider. Sounds pretty damn good. It's still running the factory mufflers, factory catback. Basically what we did was we put the 2-inch primary headers on from Cook's and the off-road pipes that delete the cats. So basically running straight through to the back mufflers, so should have a pretty good sound to it. If we don't like it, we're probably gonna put some different type of catback on it, but for now, the stock mufflers and stuff will do just fine for us. Alright, so we got the car done with the headers, got started up. I took it around the block, make sure everything was good, no exhaust leaks, retorqued all the bolts. Everything is good to go. We almost forgot, we have this mod I got from Cordis Performance out in Phoenix. It's actually really cool. It's It's an expansion tank for the coolant for the blowers to help the blower stay cooler. Here's what they sent us. So we got the tank here, of course, which it's awesome. It's powder coated, almost same texture as like the ProCharger powder coat. It's kind of like textured black. It's got these hoses, clip right in. They look like a factory clip. And then these intercept the outlet hose from the blower. So we're going to do that here in just a second. And they also sent some shrink wrap that goes around the hose to make it look all nice and factory. Sent us the bolt and the zip tie as well to go with it. This tank sits in a really nice location. You can almost not even know it's there unless you point it out. So we're going to get in the car, and I'll show you once we get all in and then get it hooked up. All right, there's the tank in the location. As you can see, it just blends very well with the engine bay on the car, being that black. It's pretty cool. You just, when you get it all hooked up, put the coolant inside there. Pretty nice. This hose, we're going to intercept with the outlet blower, one with the arrow there. It's going to come out. We're going to cut this, take this hose off, cut it. This end on the top is going to go in with that. The bottom one down here is going to go into the intercooler pump, which is right here. So we'll have to take this and cut it, and then that intercepts right in there. It should look real nice once it's all done. Next step, we got our buddy John over here helping us out today. All right, so what we did, this outlet hose coming out, we cut it. This new hose that comes from the top all the way down is going to go right into there. Put the heat shrink on it. That'll be for the upper hose, and then we'll do the bottom hose here in just a second. All right, so we got the heat expansion tank on for the supercharger from Cordis Performance. It all looks great. Took us maybe 20-25 minutes total to install from start to finish, so very easy install, quick install time, and it should keep the blower just a little bit cooler, which is good. Here's what the finished product looks like. Got the tank there, the lines all ran right into the blower. Everything honestly looks factory, looks good. So if you need one, just hit up reach Cordis Performance and Racing on Facebook. Give them a shout. They can probably get you an expansion tank for your 17, 18 plus ZL1 Camaro. Look there, you can see the tank doing its work. Alright, we are ripping apart a new C7. Daniel broke a panel. I didn't, for the record. My side is good. His side's got broken tabs. Oh yeah. Alright, so we got the cage kind of somewhat in place in the C7. Then we're going to get everything mounted in. We got to weld a bar in the back. It goes through the back area where like almost the rear diff is. We're going to weld that in. We got some Kirky seats. As far as I know, it's probably the first street C7 with Kirky seats because we're crazy like that. So we're going to send it. Got the factory seats out. I mean, this thing is just a mess right now, but it will look good when it's all finished up. We got our custom tape on the. So we got the Kirky seats right here. We got some really cool brackets from Planted. Basically bolts right in the factory spots on the car, and then the brackets from Kirky will bolt to these. So theoretically, it'll make it a pretty much straightforward bolt-in seat installation. Save us about almost 70 to 80 pounds. We got our RPM roll bar. We're gonna add door bars to it. They're sending us some door bars they're gonna swing out because right now it just as it sits, it's a roll bar that goes in the back of the car. We got some G-Force 5-point harnesses for the car. We're gonna put in there, get rid of the factory seat belts. And yeah, there's our Circle D converter.